Welcome back to Flavours of the World. Now, as you explore Ireland and Great Britain with Viking cruises, you're going to come across shortbread, in particular Scottish shortbread. It is a love of mine. It has a history going back 700 years, and I learned to make shortbread from my own grandmother. I want to show you today how to make a delicious dessert using Scottish shortbread. I'm making Shortbread Biscuit Towers, and there's only 3 ingredients in it: flour, butter and sugar. Shortbread actually means short or crumbly, so there's quite a bit of butter in this, and of course you have to use really good quality butter for this to be absolutely perfect. So what you start with is your flour, so that's just your general all-purpose flour. In that goes. And we want to rub in the butter. So I always just coat the butter first of all in a little bit of the flour, and then you put your fingertips in and you rub that butter in fully. This is much easier to do when the butter's at room temperature. You don't want it too soft. So I mean room temperature, Irish style. So you see, you just push the butter in like this. And you work fast and efficiently, because as I say, you don't want the butter warming up too much. It'll give you a very greasy biscuit. And biscuit here in Ireland, in other parts of the world, is known as cookies. So if I call it a biscuit, I think you know what I mean if you're watching from somewhere else around the world. Now, to distribute the butter that little bit more evenly, you can just rub like this and push the butter into the flour. So what you're looking for are the large lumps of butter. Just make sure you can't see any. So if you come across them, push that butter into the flour. Sometimes guests in our cookery school ask me, could you not just put all of this in the food processor, Catherine? Make your life easy. I honestly don't think so, because I think the speed of the blades of a food processor cause the butter just to warm up that little bit too much. I think it's worth just spending your time just rubbing the butter in by hand like this. There we go. So I'm happy enough with that. That's lovely and crumbly, you can see, and it's nice and light. So you've distributed your butter really evenly. And now in goes our sugar. And give that a mix around. Now the water is only used just to barely bring it together, so be very careful. So you see, when I pick it up like that, when I squeeze it, it's coming together, but if I go to roll it out, it's going to break up on me. So I just need the tiniest drop of water to bring it together. If you put too much water in, the problem is your dough becomes very sticky. But not only that, when you're baking, these evaporate a little bit, so the water disappears and your biscuits shrink a little. And we can't have shrinking biscuits. So look, just a little drop of water. Let's see how we get on. So just go carefully. See the way I'm just doing this drop by drop. And if you wanted your shortbread to be super buttery rather than the water, just go with a lot more butter in there as well. There we go. There we go, there's our dough together. So now we're just going to give it a little knead together to get it into a firm ball. And then we can roll out our cookies or our biscuits. So a bit of flour goes out onto our work surface like this. There's our dough. And because I haven't overhandled it, the dough is still nicely chilled. So I don't need to put this in the fridge to rest. But if it has warmed up a bit on you, definitely pop this in the fridge, let it rest for a little bit. But I'm just going to clean off my hands now, and I'm going to just go wash my hands and roll out the dough. This is lovely and firm, perfect for rolling out. Now, real Scottish shortbread is pure butter. It's my grandmother's little trick to add a bit of water in to bring the dough together. And you see how it's just moving around nicely? That's really important. I'm just tidying up the edges like that as the cracks form when you roll it out, so you don't end up with deep gouges. Just make sure it's moving. If it's not moving, slide a bit of flour underneath and away you go again. And you know this is lovely and buttery because it's not sticking to the rolling pin. Look at that. I've no flour on the top and I'm just rolling it and it's not sticking. Now, we have our cutter. You can use any size cutter you want. I've got this, and we'll dip in a bit of flour, and off we go. And that is our gorgeous shortbread. Perfect. Okay, let's have a look now. We want to finish these nicely. So to prevent them rising, we use a fork just to keep them nice and flat. So you can just go in with the tine of a fork like that. Now I'm making lovely circular ones today. But typically you'd see them either as rectangle, sometimes circular, or as triangle, which are supposed to be like, I suppose, like petticoats. They're supposed to have those little triangular flare on them. They're absolutely beautiful. But I need circular ones because of the dessert that I want to create with them today. My oven's already preheated and these will bake in 15 minutes. Then I'll leave them on the tray for 10 minutes just to cool down. And then I can go ahead and enjoy them. There we go. Here's our tray. They don't spread out much on the tray, so you don't need a huge amount of space between them. Beautiful. And into the oven they go. So the shortbread is out of the oven. I mean, it's perfect as it is, but we want to make this a little bit more special, so I'm going to do my berry towers. The key ingredient for me and the star of the show has to be my whiskey kissed cream. And so we need, for that, cream. And I have a little bit of mascarpone here, or a cream cheese, as you want. And of course, it goes without saying, Scotch, of course. So in goes our cream cheese first. I'm just going to break that up just with the back of the spoon a little bit, just so that it's not sitting in a big lump when I add everything else in. Now I'm going to put, in goes the whiskey. Okay, that might be a generous portion of whiskey, but it's really nice in this recipe. If you didn't fancy putting the whiskey in, you could of course do maybe some lemon zest or orange zest. Oh goodness, it smells so good already. So then we'll go with a little bit of the powdered sugar. And in goes our cream. And I'm going to stir all this together and then whisk. Now, off we go. Well, that's my workout for the day done, I can tell you. So now, this is stiff peaks. It has to be stiff peaks because we want to hold up the biscuits. And I have a piping bag. Got the nozzle in it already. And here we go. We're going to get our cream in here. Spoon it in. Beautiful. Exactly what we want. That looks so nice. And I just know with that little, shall we say, essence of Scotch in there, this is just going to be absolutely divine. Beautiful. And be sure we're ready for piping. Beautiful. And to make these towers, I have a selection of berries. So I am going with strawberries and raspberries. You can go with whatever you want. Blueberries are really nice in this as well. But whatever fruit's handy for you. And I start with a biscuit base and I turn it flat side up. And then just a little piping of the cream like this. And then you can put a berry beside it like this. You see where this is going? And another little piping of the cream like this. And you can use your berry to measure against. So for this, you need a steady hand. That's all I'm saying. So you wouldn't want to have the whiskey beside you while you're doing this. Okay, that's our base. I mean, I'd be happy if I got served that as it is. I then always put just another little bit of cream on the underside just to hold. Right? Now we're on to the next one. And we go with a little bit of this. And this time we are going with our lovely bit of strawberry and another bit of cream and a little bit of strawberry like so. And another bit of cream. So you can see where this is going. Now, if you want, you could just leave it like that. I think it looks really pretty. Or you can put another layer on top like that to finish. So we're going to do that. And then we can garnish with some edible flowers. And we'll try and make sure that's even now. And this here are little pansies, little edible pansies from the garden. And that is your berry shortbread. So look away now while I make the rest, and then we'll come back and have them all on a beautiful platter for you. And here we are, my strawberry shortbread towers, totally complete. Don't they look so pretty? They're elegant enough to have with a beautiful afternoon tea or as an after dinner treat when your friends are over. And in my book, the only way to enjoy these is with a good cup of tea. Now, thank you so much for joining us on Flavours of the World of Viking Cruises. See you soon.